We had listened to Gooch.
If only, because the doubling down is only going on. Why James Gunn made one controversial change to Superman Origins. So this is the first bit where I see people that literally say that they're experts in script writing that then go and made every fucking headcanon in the world to have this not be real. They talk about characters now in the movie. They talk about other movies and other lore, everything but what the movie tells you 5 fucking different ways, including the ending that hammers home. Yes, if you still thought the message in the movie was fake, my friends, it's not. It's real. And James Gunn talks about it, that basically he wanted him to have an identity crisis. That he didn't want to complete here.
Was the clone not enough an identity crisis? Christ.
I wanted at the heart of the story to be about Superman, the human being, and him struggling with something about the way he sees himself in his identity crisis, and then finding his new faith in himself through the process. So the easiest way was to change what we expect about the mythology of Superman, but in a way that
subvert expectations.
They said it. No, they said it, and I almost lost my shit. Robert said that he subverted our expectation. He stopped from saying expectation because he realized what he was saying, but he did say subvert. Yeah. And then finding his new faith in himself, blah, blah, blah. But in a way that doesn't really hurt him because he still has his foundation in Ma and Pa Kent.
Oh. How sweet.
Bill, it's too late to you can't. You can't.
Yeah.
It's done.
It's
done.
And it would undermine everything. It would undermine everything. That's the point.
That was one of the best super chats ever.
You have set up a whole
I'll do it for
decision-making thing about this. Okay. Alec Baldwin's finger for 199.69. I agree with Gooch. You get a Gooch strut. And you get a Gooch strut. And everyone gets a Gooch strut. Yes, we don't have to pay taxes on it.
Yeah.
You want it? Here, I'll do one too. I'll do it too. Here. You ready, Oren? Go ahead.
Just imagine there's like dirt flying up behind me.
I'll just do my Mr. Terrific.
I thought he would curtail. I thought he would curtail himself. I thought he understood the assignment.
Oh my God. You need a pimp cane. I'll get my pimp cane for you.
I'm sorry, Gooch. But ABF, thank you so much.
No. When you look at that, isn't that glorious? It's indescribably beautiful.
Yeah. ABF, thank you.
When you look.
And in case I forget my outro, hour and 20 minutes, ABS stream starts. I will be the special super duper guest.
My membership still works, but yes, my microphone gets AIDS.
Everyone has AIDS. My grandma and my dog go blue.
What are you gonna do? Yeah. So I think I said it earlier on Versus. I was not here during the Last Jedi times, but I think this is as close as I'm going to get to understanding the level of emotion it brings out in people. I'm including myself. But really this is said on Rogan a lot, and it is so true. When people have strong beliefs about things, oftentimes they will attach themselves to those beliefs so that when you criticize the thing, they take it like you're criticizing them, and you just
when I say tribalism, like half of the tribalism is that.
And then, and I saw it with this one. It's like people on opposite sides were agreeing with different points, and you could see the pull of like, well, if I acknowledge this, it gives a point to him, and it's like, man, we are so fucking tribal. I guess that's why it's all right for the Kryptonians to come and lead. He didn't say rule; he said lead. The amount of backflips for people to have their head canon for it to work is the most like it's what Erwin and I talk. Let's just get one standard, please.
I watched a stream last night or a video last night. Real forget the name of it.
Real Rejects?
No, he had the best video out there. He was talking about how everyone is like coping and trying to make this story work and make everything, fit. And it's just like, no, That's not how this works.
Well,
It's Superman.
In politics, I have to deal with a lot of the people who try to convince me that Trump's actually doing 7D chess, and it's just like, sorry, Jor-El's not doing 7D chess, bud. I apologize. It's not.
And
happening.
unfortunately, he wanted him to fully embrace his human side, not the Kryptonian side, which is why it's replaced with his Earth family at the end.
Real
fake, yeah. But I agree. You could have done everything. That's like, again, that's in Superman Birthright.
Oh,
Lex takes like satellite footage because you know how light takes time to get. So he takes like, it looks like it's a Kryptonian fleet, but it just hasn't reached us yet. And he fakes an invasion. They did not do any of that. Jerry D. Sills for 2. Dancing Gooch, hell yeah, I love the Cabal. Shout out, brother. Hey, Goochamus.
No. We can close that. No. No one look at that. No one look at that.
Y'all gonna make me lose my mind up in here. Y'all gonna make me. Okay, fine.
Act a fool.
I will, because we're getting a lot of misreporting. This did not make more than Man of Steel, even accounted for inflation. It's a troubling thing that more people are going to the movies back then. They haven't returned. Yeah. I don't know what this thing is going to do, but Gucci may be winning. I don't know. That 700 million is, I don't know.
I don't feel like I won. I feel like I lost.
Oh no, we've all lost. Even if it passes 700, because again, then they'll learn the wrong lessons. International, very interesting what's going on with the international. So the movie also made less than expected in Europe, with a combined 9.6 million from France, Italia, and Spain. In the UK, it opened with 9.8 million. Decent start, albeit one likely negatively impacted by a recent heat wave. Did see people saying that. As the trade explains, along with general superhero fatigue internationally, Superman has never been the global box office draw that Batman is, thanks to Christopher Nolan's Dark Knight trilogy. While there have been some arguments that the decline of the U.S.'s image under Donald Trump is impacting a hero that for decades was associated with truth, justice, and the American way, even with Gunn downplaying that last part in his film, box office history suggests it's not that simple. So
neither of those are an answer. Yeah, heat wave, go screw yourself.
Yeah,
that's like in California, there was like a hurricane somewhere. It was like it rained a bunch, and they said some movies had a bad box office because it rained too much or some nonsense.
Mm-hmm. And also, because I had someone like specifically message me to point this out, they did not include previews for that Man of Steel number. They did include early previews for this Superman. So it's an even wider gap than we think. Yes, and that is the cope. Is you've seen it. No, it doesn't need to make 700 million is what Gunn is saying. Shout out to Marvin Montanaro, who did a nice breakdown on this and it basically goes into what numbers you believe. And I'm just going to go down to the bottom, because if you believe all of their tax reductions from Ohio and other states, if you believe all of it, it says official statements peg the net production budget at 225 million, a figure corroborated by sources like the Wall Street Journal, IMDb, and Box Office Mojo. This adjustment aligns with common industry practices where tax incentives can reduce costs by 10 to 30% or more. Industry trades initially estimated the campaign at 200 million, exceeding the typical 150 million for summer tentpoles. This figure reflects WBD's, Warner Brother Discovery's, bet on reigniting interest in the DC brand amid competition from Marvel. However, post-release reports from Variety have revised this downward to 100 million, suggesting the initial estimates may have been overstated or inclusive of broader promotional tie-ins. So they're saying they only spent 100 million. I asked Chris, is this bullshit? And he's like, if it's social media only, i.e. we're going to release a bunch of clips and fucking posts from, Instagram and David talking, that is conceivable. That instead of a big 200 million Barbieheimer marketing pay, they did a more reduced Shazam level social media one. I don't know.
I don't believe that, because they had an ad for the Super Bowl, and those are fucking expensive as hell.
And the NBA Finals as well.
Yeah. And
final
that
game,
huge
NBA
fucking
Finals.
that huge fucking poster in downtown LA, that fucking building there.
It's the dome or bubble or whatever.
Rated M for $4.99. So genius race of aliens sends a defenseless child, not knowing who would find him, with a message of conquest, and expected good things to happen for sure. Well, here's the thing. They don't show us how David found out, how his character found out he was an alien. If it, like, originally it's just like he's got the spaceship and there's the glowing, like in the Christopher Reeve one, right? There's the glowing green crystal that he just feels a pull towards, and it's not until he throws it and it grows the fortress and the AI is there that he's able to see what's what. And this one, he's got the full fucking thing, but it's not just grown from crystals. He's got a computer and presumably other rooms. It's like, so how, and he robots. So how did he know how to do that? So presumably at some point he found a knowledge crystal that gave him the Kryptonian language. That's a long way to say that the baby would have been invulnerable and presumably eventually would have found a translation crystal. And so only he would have understood it. But also, unless it's key to Kryptonian. Look at all the minutia that they left out, is my point.